A few weeks ago, I had a writer friend call me up and ask for advice. She has written and published several middle grade books with a small press. This small publisher sent my friend, let's call her Mary, an email asking if she would allow her story to be included in the board game. It seemed like a great promotion opportunity. Mary assumed the company would use one of her stories from her published series. However, the head of this small publishing company has been good friends with a man for over 20 years, let's call him Bill, who also publishes stories with this small press. This man has read all of Mary's stories to his daughter. To protect all those involved, let's just say, for example, Mary's stories are about fairies in a uniquely developed world. Each book in the series focuses on a different fairy. Since Mary did not have another new book come out soon enough, this man decided to write his own Flower Valley fairy story using Mary's characters, her ideas, their names, her story world to please his daughter. And here's where it gets worse. The publisher wanted Mary's permission for Bill to publish the fairy's adventure story he wrote using Mary's characters for the board game instead of one of her own stories. Of course, this distressed Mary, who didn't want to say no and disappoint her publisher. She was afraid they might drop her as an author. But she was upset at another writer using her characters and story world that she had created. It left her feeling unsettled. That's when she called me, her former writing coach, for advice. How should she respond to this situation? As soon as I heard this story, I was livid. This is so wrong on so many levels. How dare this guy, Bill, think he could steal Mary's characters and publish his own story using her ideas and a story world that she created. He would be okay privately writing a story for his daughter, but to publish it, that's so illegal. The same would be true if he wanted to publish a Star Wars or Harry Potter novel. Without consent, there would be lawsuits filed so fast. An author cannot steal another author's work. If this author wants to write about fairies, let him create his own fairy characters and his own unique story world, but he cannot use what another author has created. The head of this small press should know better. After a lot of ranting on Mary's behalf, I told her that she needed to stand up for herself. Never let someone bully you for fear they might drop you as an author and no longer publish your books. So what happened? Mary emailed the publisher and said that she was not comfortable having another author write a story using her characters, ideas, and story world. She felt Bill had overstepped and explained why. She stood up for her rights regardless of the consequences. Thankfully, the publisher respected Mary enough to allow her to write the story for the board game. Not only had Mary stood up for herself as an author, but she also avoided a court case over the issue. Know your rights as an author and protect your creative work.